Hello and welcome to 2014-2015 introductory video of Benefits to Work. Now I'm going to show you briefly a little bit about what the Benefits to Work website has in store and how you can benefit from the site. So first of all the sections along here are accessible to you just by putting the website benefitstowork.com into your browser. But if you want a little more information, you can join our newsletter by typing your email address in there and signing up. And we have an increasing number of people signing up for that particular service. Further down, we can select the language that we may wish to speak into or have the whole of this website translated into. So if you're Czechoslovakian, for example, we can actually have everything converted into Czechoslovakian. Key section down here is the user bit, the members login. Please log in, not because I'm looking for loads and loads of extra members, but because it opens more access to services and more information. And I'll come to that in a few minutes. And if you're having any problems, obviously we provide details on how that can be dealt with. So we have the Twitter account at Benefits to Work, which you can see there. And further down the screen we have other information as well. Now at the moment we have the post sections featuring here. Now this is a post for around about Christmas period, and very sadly CityLink have closed down, and we've featured an article from the 27th there. But each of our subjects or titles you can see from our blog posts are featured here, and if you click on those buttons you'll find information relating to various categories. Okay, what I'm now going to do is just going to close my part down here. Wait a second, and let's just give us more of the information here. The jobs. Now, I said a minute ago that one of the key things to do with the site is to do with jobs. So there is a job section and a posted job. The jobs will actually give you the latest jobs that are being advertised, and if you're an employer, we have posted job. So if you wanted to log in, you will be able to access more of the jobs here when you're logged in. There is this page there for logging in options. I'm going to scroll down briefly. We provide a number of services. Pay-as-you-go service, remote support, advice and guidance, and you'll find videos there where I actually show both sides, both as a client and both as a service provider. Benefits to apprenticeship, the agency provider, and appeals. Now, there's a lot of people being sanctioned by DWP, and hence the reason why we have the appeals section there. So just by clicking on there, for example, we go directly through to that particular option. And you can then look at and find out more about appeals, how the process actually works. You'll get the title coming up here, and so on and so forth. So there we go, and we also have information about the different procedures, backgrounds behind, little bits of information specifically to do with the appeals procedure. And we do undertake appeals processes. Going back up here again, the registration process is here. You can sign up there. If you've forgotten the password, you've got that option there, and we can be logged in. So I'm now going to just very basically take the option here of registering. Now, wait a second, you'll see the screen change, and we're going to register hopefully as a new individual. Now I'm going to go to the members section, which we saw on the right hand screen in a second, and what I'm actually going to do is to log in. There are options through the logging in section here that you can do it. But the one thing we do know is if we're logged in, as I said before, we can get a lot more options. So I'm going to set up, show you how simple it is to team and two. The password we do recommend making a pretty strong one, and it just enables us to, although it says weak here, it's not particularly weak, it's actually reasonably good, this one. So this is test. And we're going to just put in some details in here. This is a regularly requested, and if you make a mistake, believe you me, it pointed out to it, so there's a mistake here. Just small things, but it's worth trying to get it just right to set it all up. It does test the email addresses, and for a very good reason. We know what it's like, and we know what it can be like for the individual. So what we're going to do, now I'm actually logging in onto the site myself, just as a basic user. So here I am logged in on the site as a user. You can see it's introducing me and saying howdy. So we have that there. This is the services that you can get at that stage, and we've got all these pages straight away. We can also access on our members section pages like bedroom tax, and you'll get information on that particular arena. You can get information in the members area there. Businesses, you can register here. The how-to guides. So this is all our members section on the left hand side here. You will not necessarily be able to access all the pages without that access. We can go into our login and welcome page, and the login and welcome page has just an introduction to the site. It's got the basic information that you'd expect to see: why benefits to work, what we're actually trying to achieve on your behalf, how we're trying to support people, etc. And our previous this stage benefits to work tour of sites video that may be updated with this particular video. You'll also notice on the right hand side that you have your login details there appearing on screen. And if you've logged in as we have here, you have the login page, and we also can find out a little bit extra as well. Don't forget, if you notice right under each title we have the option to share pages, and you've got 12 people who have shared on the G+ links there. We have information about what the service is about, etc. And we have or our checkout options. Now these are the premium services that we can access. You can see the services are here, function here. If you want to know more about these, again ask, because there's a number of services there, pages that may be of some use if you check that particular option out. So the groups of services there, those are all accessible. The jobs section here is also featured and accessible once you're actually registered. So once you're registered, you'll see there'll be more jobs available on the jobs page as the posts are come in. And you see a whole bunch of categories there. You'll see one of the jobs being advertised. These will tend to be restricted just to the members. Again, we look at many of these. We have pay as you go services here as well. Really useful services that many people will find of benefit. For example, if you want help getting your applications going, if you want help with the appeals services, etc., all of these can be accessed through this particular site. We've got team viewer support, the appeals process, online consultancy. Again, this is on a daily basis. You've got the consultation reviews featured there as well. So the sort of services you'd expect to be paying with your various options. The benefits to work Twitter account is visible here as well. A whole bunch of information, all accessible should you want it. I'd like to take the time to thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. We hope to see you online, checking out the site and asking questions. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, so we can answer them as soon as we can. Thank you very much indeed.